This is Share, the product manager here at UATest. I'm super excited to show you our newly developed integration with JumpCloud through an API token. So this is the UATest dashboard that you see, and I'm going to go right into the API integration and show you how exactly this is done. So right now, this tenant of UATest is JumpCloud integrated already, but all you have to do is select JumpCloud from the menus that you get once you get inside this tenant or any of your tenant, and go to the API integrations. Now you have to go ahead and hit on add new integration. First, you have to give it a friendly name. That could be any name. I'm just going to use JumpCloud test. And then you have to provide the JumpCloud URL that you can grab from your JumpCloud tenant. And I'm just going to remove this. And then you have to go to your JumpCloud admin portal, and under settings, you will see my API key. You click on my API key and you grab this API key from here. Just gonna copy this, go back. I'm just gonna paste this over here. And this way your integration will be completed. All I have to do is save, and this will save the API integration. Perfect. So once this is done and you are integrated with your JumpCloud tenant, now we on the UATest side can communicate with your tenant and get your group and user details from JumpCloud. So I can just demonstrate to you a group audit. I'm going to go to a group audit inside UATest. And just so you know, on JumpCloud, we have like two groups available. One is the developer group, the other one is test. I'm just going to show you the users inside our developer group. And you see there are 3 users that are bounded to this developer group. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and create a new audit inside group audits. Create new audit. I'm going to select the source that I just created, and I'm just going to give it a name. Could be test 1.2. Now I have to select the due date for this campaign as to when exactly this will be due. And before then, this has to be completed. And I'm just going to hit next. So on this screen, you will see that it is asking for the selection of the group. As I've shown you guys earlier, we have like 2 groups available, developer and test. I'm just going to go ahead and use this developer group for this demonstration. So I'm going to write developer. I'm going to get the developer group and the description. Now I'm going to import all users from this group. And let me just go ahead and hit done. All right, so this will import all the users that are there. So there were 3 unique users, as I showed you on your JumpCloud tenant, and they're gonna reflect over here in this worksheet. So we have like TFPK Rev, TFPK Test, and Azar, CL37. So we have 3 roles and 3 users that we are gonna be auditing. So what's gonna happen is this: once we have all the users, this can be assigned to any reviewers. Like I am the admin, I can assign to any reviewer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and assign it to one of my colleagues over here, and I'm going to delegate this user out to him. So all I have to do is just type in his email address and hit assign. So what will happen now is he's going to get an email that this has been assigned to him. He's going to review, make actions on this user, and that will reflect back on my admin portal. So Kashif, do you mind taking over here and showing what exactly do you see on your end as a reviewer?
Thank you, Shir. Thank you, Shir, for walking us through the whole process. But now, as a reviewer, I'm going to show you my screen, what I will get at my end, and how am I going to access this campaign and do the attestation for the user that have been assigned to me. So I have, since it's been delegated out to me, I have received an email, the delegation email, which I'm going to show you now what it looks like. So here is the test 1.2 audit that has been assigned to me. And once I click on this audit name, that campaign, it's going to take me to the tenant where I will just type in my email address to get access to it. And once it's done, it's going to ask me for the one-time password that I'm going to receive shortly. Until we have the single sign-on enabled, it's going to be a default one-time password that you're going to receive. But when you have the single sign-on enabled, this step will be omitted. So here's my one-time password that I'm going to copy from here and paste it to my tenant right here. Log in. So now it's going to take me to the audit, or specifically to the user that had been assigned to me by the admin, which is this TFPK test. Now it's up to me if I would like to revoke the access or certify the access, or even if I would like to delegate it further out to somebody else within the organization if I think I should not be the one doing the attestation for this user. But let's say I am the one who should be taking an action, so I go ahead and revoke the access for this user, and it's going to show me a bunch of information on the subsequent columns, which is the action I just took. It's revoked, it's showing you here, and the name of the person who took that action, that is me. But most importantly, it's going to show you the timestamp and the exact time and date of that action taken by the reviewer. And on this next column, it shows you the status if the task assigned has been completed by the reviewer. Now, when I switch over to share again, he will show you what it looks like on his side being an admin and how these changes will take place within JumpCloud.
Thank you, Kashif. Perfect. So I've just refreshed my screen on my end, and you can see that the task and the user who was assigned to Kashif as he did the revocation for this user, his action has been printed over here that he has revoked this user access from the developer group. So it is being done. I'm just going to go ahead and to complete this audit. I'm going to go ahead and certify the rest of the users. I'm going to hit certify and hit apply. So we have like 2 certified users who can stay in this group and 1 user whose access needs to be revoked. So right now, all of this is happening inside this worksheet, but this also can take effect on your JumpCloud tenant should you wish to do that. And all you have to do is you can go to group audits, and you will see once this is like 100% completed and your audit is completed, you will see this play button enabled, and you just have to execute this. What is going to happen is once I hit the execute button, it would take this user's out of this group, developer group, which is TFPK test, tfpk@mailinated.com. So right now we have like 3 users bounded to this group, and after I execute this, 1 user is going to be taken out of that group. So let me just go ahead and execute this over here. So you see you're about to execute this campaign on your actual JumpCloud instance. I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And let me just go ahead and refresh this over here. Let me just go back, cancel, developer, and hit user. So you see this user's access has been revoked for this developer group as per what the reviewer has done. And after that, I have just executed this campaign on my side inside UATest. That's about it. And that is about how you can integrate first your JumpCloud tenant with UATest and perform auditing. And should you have any queries or should you want to try this thing on your tenant, on your JumpCloud tenant, feel free to reach out to info@uatest.com and someone will respond back to you. Thank you.